Yo, what is up everybody? Welcome back to KrabsFX. Today we're going to be doing some back testing on NASDAQ, on NQ, and what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be doing it a little bit differently than usual. What I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to pick a random month here in May. Just set this till whenever. We're going to be going 10 points for 10 points, so in every single inverse fair value gap, I'm only going to be risking 10 points, trying to secure 10 points profit, just going for one-to-ones. And I just want to see if this is going to be something worth back testing more in the future. But this is something my mentor has taught that is good for like funded accounts on like Apex and stuff. But yeah, let's just skip over to the next day here. So we're going to be starting this on May 2nd here. So still gonna be doing my usual top-down analysis, starting on the daily, previous daily, closing bullish here. But I'm just gonna be switching up my like risk management and my stop loss size. I'm gonna see if using a fixed stop loss of 10 points is something worth looking into. But yeah, on the 1 hour here, gonna mark up my previous day. Right here. Right here, gonna mark up previous day's high, previous day's low, just so that I know where I am in the market. Previous day's high right there, previous day's low right here. None of them got rated yet, so let's see, what is this? Got some liquidity sitting right here. I like marking up these 1 hour highs and lows because they're pretty good liquidity pools where orders sit and orders can get filled. But yeah, coming down to the 1 hour here, looks like got a 1 hour gap that we've been respecting right here. Price reacted off it twice. 15-minute here. Not much I see on the 15, but yeah. Gonna hop down to the 5-minute. Looks like respecting this 5-minute gap right now. Filled this 5-minute gap. Don't really have a major liquidity sweep yet, so we're gonna keep playing price and see. Yeah, so that would have been a nice long if we got close above, but we did not. Swept some sell side right here. Let's see if we can get a long out of this. Looks like we did get close above this gap, but we are inside of another gap, I believe. Yeah, we're inside of a 2-minute gap right now. Right here, if we can get a close above on the 2-minute. Yeah, so no close above. Yeah, so not really an entry for any longs there. Now we gotta wait for a nice liquidity raid. And I mean, here was a potential short. I just want to see, would this have worked? Entry right here, risk only 10 points for 10 points. Yeah, so that would have been one right there, but I didn't really like the delivery. We were kind of delivering off of just we were delivering off of a 3-minute gap. Yeah, just not the cleanest liquidity raid. So, or we didn't really have a liquidity raid, so I didn't like taking a setup like that. Like right here, we got a nice liquidity raid. Let's see what time frame this gap is. This looks like it's just a 1-minute gap right here. See if we can get a close above. Got 2-minute gap right above as well, which I don't really like, but I'm gonna mark this out. Got that close above this 1 minute, but we're also inside. Let's just see, what would 10 points be? 10 points would be very tight right there. But yeah, we're gonna wait for something more clear because I don't like how there's a bunch of gaps inside of here. Bunch of fair value gaps. If we could close above this 2 minute, let's see. What am I looking for? Hold up. Just looking for my measuring tool. Did that give 10 points? Yes, it did. So there would have been another opportunity to grab 10 points. So I'm just watching right now. I'm looking like, I'm trying to identify for myself if it's worth possibly investigating just having a fixed stop of 10 points, because my mentor Dodgy actually taught me about this. It's how he got one of his payouts. He would just risk 10 points for 10 points. And by doing that, you only need like very small take profits, and it's like riding momentum of these inverses, which I like a lot. I also like the idea a lot of just having a fixed stop, because it just gets rid of like having to manage risk, and well, obviously not managing risk, but you know what I mean, like calculating your contract size, your lot size, all that, if you just have a fixed stop. Also, catching 10 points isn't too hard at all if you have a solid setup, because a lot of these inverses, like as you can see in my past data, I mean here's some like random data, but oftentimes price will run like 10 points with like pretty much no drawdown, maybe a little bit of drawdown, but price will run like 10 points and then reverse and hit my break even. That's something I've noticed a lot during my back testing. And to prevent that, like this is definitely ran 10 points and then it just reverses and hits break even with like pretty much no drawdown. So like here, even 10 points for 10 points would work perfectly. But yeah, this is just something I'm looking at right now. I'm not doing any like journaling like how I normally do right now. I'm just doing it on FXREPLAY to see some patterns in price, see what I could potentially look into more. But wait, let me see economic calendar. Yeah, I should just leave that up. But yeah, pretty much just doing some tape reading, some back testing to see, let's see if we can get a nice entry though. But looking at the gaps I was looking at before, like for example this one, let me add this to like delivery off this gap, boom, 1 minute inverse. We ran 10 points right here very quickly without really having any 10 points to draw down. So very tight stop for very tight take profit, but I kind of do like that a lot. But yeah, this could be something that I need to back test in the future. Right here we got pretty obvious 1 minute gap. Also in this gap as well. The reason I didn't take this inverse to the upside was because we didn't really have any liquidity sweep. I mean, we were delivering off of let's see. Is this a 5 minute? Nah. We're delivering off of like a 1 minute gap, but that's just not enough for me. But like as you can see right here, even this gap, say you entered right on this close right here, 10 point stop. There's 10 points right here. To make 10 points, very quick, very quick TP hit with like no drawdown on these inverses, because inverse fair value gaps are pretty much, especially on the lower time frames, it's like really riding the momentum. And yeah, looks like we swept some liquidity. We got a 1 hour gap right here. Could possibly get a nice reversal out of this, but let's see if we can get entry to the downside like this. I mean, this isn't, we're just gonna tape read this one, because nice liquidity sweep, nice reaction off the 1 hour gap, but we have another one minute gap right here, which is probably, yeah, we're inside of a 5 minute fair value gap, as you can see right here. So this isn't something I would take, but let's just see if this would be valid as well. So yeah, this one would stop out because we're in that fair value gap as well. Well, actually, we would still be alive right here by a little bit, but let's see. Oh yeah, so this one would actually, you'd be alive depending on where your entry, say your entry was like a little bit right here. You just barely survive with 10-point stop to make 10 points, boom, right there. But if entry was a little bit off, yeah, we'd probably get hit. Yeah, it looks like 10 points would get hit there. But this idea of 10 points for 10 points is something I'm really looking at. I'm really like thinking about back testing just to see if it's something worth looking into for my trading. But yeah, we're gonna skip over to the next day since it's late right here. It's 11:22 in the morning, so let's just go next day. We didn't take any trades that day. There just wasn't anything super clear. Right here, I do like this a lot. We got some data lows right here. Or not data lows, but this is a news candle, 8:30 a.m. Let's see, how do we get this to show? Yeah, I'm not sure how to get it to show like the economic calendar here, but let's see, USA. So that I can see the news right here, so that I don't have to, oh, there we go. That's actually so far. Alright, let's see, show events. Alright, good. So now we can see the news. This was NFP, so it's NFP day today. But yeah, that's perfect. So it'll show me the news that's coming up as well. We got economic calendar right here. Alright, perfect. Oh, so it shows it for the entire week. Alright, nice. So Friday, there is 10 a.m. news, May 3rd. This is a lot more convenient than what I used to do. I used to just open Forex Factory on the side and just skip to the date, but this is actually a lot better. I'm gonna get rid of this for now. But yeah, on the daily, we're still bullish here. Previous daily candle closing bullish. We are reaching this daily fair value gap we could possibly react off of, so I'm gonna just leave this marked up as like a higher time frame PD array. But yeah, I think we could see a sweep of these highs before we get a reaction, especially on this daily time frame and being inside of a daily fair value gap. If we sweep that, we could see a move downward. Looking at the 4 hour here, looks like we're respecting, I like these 4 hour fair value gaps a lot because we tend to respect them pretty well. Right here we got a 4 hour fair value gap right there being respected. Reaction off of that, and let's hop down to the 1 hour, mark up my previous day. I think I gotta find like an indicator too that will just put in these vertical lines for me at these specific times to mark up my previous day. I like marking up previous day high and low, and sometimes session highs and lows depending on if it's like a significant low, like right here, London low. And London low with a 4-hour fair value gap here, it's like pretty high probability for price to have a reaction there. But it is kind of far away from price right now, about like 200 points away, a little bit more than that. But yeah, it's just better for me personally. I just like having everything marked out. But yeah, mark up some liquidity here on the 1 hour. But yeah, ideally, if we can sweep these highs, tap into this daily fair value gap, I could see a nice move to retrace this news move possibly. But yeah, we're just gonna watch and see what price wants to do here. Looks like we just swept this high right here. We just ran through. Just mark that up just so that I can keep it in mind. But yeah, let's hop down to the 1 minute and see what's going on here. But yeah, ideally I'm gonna wait for these highs to get swept. Zoom in a little bit here. I mean, we did sweep some liquidity right now, so if we get downwards move, it does make sense. But yeah, I just want to see these highs and the daily gap get tapped into. Yeah, so there we go. Liquidity sweep, daily fair value gap tapped into. I want to see a reaction off of here. Did we close below here? We did not. We closed exactly at this 1 minute gap, so not taking a actually, did we close below? I believe we closed. Yeah, nah, that's not enough of a close below for me. I mean, let's see. Yeah, that's not a close below for me. If we close like right here, I would have taken this short. If we had a close like something like, even like at least this, at least like something closing like that. But closing exactly at the bottom of this 1 minute fair value gap, I'm not going to be taking a short here. But let's see what price does. We are pretty high up into a premium as well. Let me pull out the fib here. Pretty much in a premium this leg of the move. But yeah, damn, was that 10 a.m. news? But yeah, I mean, it did give a push down, but definitely would have stopped out. Let's see, what news was that? Consumer statement, is that volatile? Wait, May 3rd, let's see. Not sure why this is showing May 15th, but there we go, May 3rd. Let's see what this is. ISM services. We had NFP earlier. But yeah, very volatile ISM services PMI here. Not gonna lie. Very volatile, but I'm gonna wait a second for this news to settle. And let's see. But yeah, we were in this premium of the leg, and now price retraced. Ideally, I want to see us retrace this news move here. Might not do it today, but let's see. That's ideally what I want to see. See if we can get entry for some shorts. I mean, here is an entry to this high, but My draw on liquidity is honestly lower right now. Let's see. I'm just trying to see if this would be worth it for my 10 points for 10 points. Let's see, I'm gonna draw out my boom. 10 points would be very tight right there. Yeah, I mean, we could try it. Technically, we had these equal lows right here swept, which is nice. I like to see that. These two equal lows, if I highlight them right here and right here, nice sweep of those lows. So I'm expecting at least a 10-point move off of this. Hopefully it doesn't stop me out before, because it is very tight. Actually, I mean, it is. It is like halfway of the gap. It's at like 50% of this fair value gap. So let's just see what price does here. If we can grab our 1-to-1. But with these inversion setups, ideally I'm not looking to hold drawdown, because it is like riding the momentum, especially after liquidity sweeps. Like boom, liquidity sweep, strong displacement. I'm just expecting a quick 10-point move up here. Ideally the target is right here, this high right here. But yeah, let's see. I'm gonna enter this on the place order. Let's do, I guess, yeah, let's just risk 1% for right now. And yeah, very nice. Yeah, so it didn't even slip us or anything. But yeah, now after looking, like, even just looking at the past few days of this, I kind of want to backtest this a lot more. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep backtesting this. I think I'm going to do an hour today on just FXREPLAY, going through it, just tape reading it. And then I might pull out the journal and start studying, like tracking down data, stuff like this, like what I normally do, what you guys normally see me do in other videos, stuff like this, gathering real strong data on the system. Because yeah, like looking back at like what I used to do before, I used to play stop like at a significant like higher low. But looking back, like this would have just given me like 10 points right away, and I would have been done with a quick push into profits. But yeah, this is just some old stuff I'm looking at. But yeah, this is with the other method I've been doing. We have a ton of data on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like a little bit over half a year of data. But yeah. So right here, what I saw here for this move was we had equal lows down here. This was actually a pretty clean setup. Pretty clean, other than having this news move down there, because normally I like to see news moves get retraced pretty fast. But with this like 10 points for 10 points like system I'm testing out for my stop loss sizing, it's just like a quick push is all I really need. If I would have moved to break even, probably would have given 1.7R to the high. If greedy, it would have given a 1 to 2. But yeah, this is definitely something I got backtest. But pretty much what I saw here, equal lows, perfect equal lows right here, as you can see. I marked them out before. Nice liquidity sweep off of that. We got very strong displacement to the upside, inversing this 1 minute fair value gap. This 1 minute gap was also the highest time frame gap in the leg. And by highest time frame, I mean from the 1 to the 5 minute. So 5 minute, 4 minute, 3 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute. The 1 minute gap is the only fair value gap in that, like in those time frames. So that's where I got my entry. And yeah, realistically, on like a little push into profit, I'll probably move to break even pretty quickly. But that's something I gotta backtest as well. But yeah, there's one trade, so I would have been done for the day and go to the next day right here. But let's see what price did. Did we retrace any news moves? No, we're just straight pumping. Yeah, these aren't all-time highs. I thought it was for a second, but I was just tripping. Yeah, right here, this would be daily for value gap fill. I'm gonna just write this down just to note it. Alright, a daily fair value gap. You could call it a fill or like a rebalance. I'll just call it rebalance because it honestly sounds kind of better if I'm being honest. Rebalance other than fill. But yeah, on the 4 hour here, we got this gap right here. Gonna leave this marked up. But yeah, ideally here, I'm pretty bullish, honestly. Like looking at the daily, we're just pumping right now. There's not really a reason to sell based on the 4 hour and daily higher time frames. We just got break of structure to the upside. I mean, if we could see a sell, it could be to retest this 4 hour gap or maybe to fill it in, then continue higher. But right here, let's see the 1 hour. Looks like we got a 1 hour gap right here, higher time frame PD array. We could potentially be using this gap. We got a higher one like up here. I'm just leave it marked up. Here looks like we got a 1 hour gap that's holding pretty nicely right now. Oh, and something I said in my previous video is if you're watching this and you're like studying everything I'm saying, please don't, because I'm still learning myself. You should only be learning from ICT himself or another mentor that's like proven to be like profitable. Someone like I'm personally learning from Dodgy right now. These inversion fair value gaps. But yeah, don't be learning from just me, because you could definitely learn stuff in these videos, but yeah, I'm still on my journey myself. I'm about like 8 months into trading. But yeah, right here looks like we got this 15-minute gap right here. It might be getting inversed right now. If this 15-minute closes below, I'd probably look for a short down to this 1 hour gap here. But yeah, see the 5 minute here. Looks like this market open was pretty volatile here at 9:30 a.m. Very volatile here. Like even something like just this market open, like there obviously wasn't an entry, but very easy to catch like 10 points, risking 10 points. Like there obviously wasn't an entry there, but this is just an idea that I'm testing because my mentor got funded using this and got a payout using this, just going 10 points for 10 points. He doesn't do it all the time, but he does like it for prop firms, so that's why I'm back testing it. But I do like the idea of a fixed stop loss personally, because just grabbing 10 points real quick does sound very nice to me. Yeah, it looks like we're holding this 5 minute gap right there. Yeah, so this is something I'll definitely take. We got this 1 minute right here. I would say this is pretty high probability that we can reach this high right here at least. So what we did right here is we're delivering off of this 5 minute. Well, firstly we swept this liquidity. The sell side liquidity was swept, and then we held this 5 minute gap. You can see nice rejection off of it. No bodies closed below or anything like that. And then we have this 1 minute gap here. Let's just make sure. Yeah, so this is a higher time frame. This is a 2 minute gap as well. Yeah, so that's pretty tough. I would say this is risky taking this because there's also a 2 minute gap right here. Yeah, damn. So I didn't see that, but I would have to wait for the 2 minute close. But we could just pump through there. Let's see how many points. Stop would be like 10 points. For 10 points. Do we risk it? This strong displacement, nice liquidity grab. Yeah, I think we can risk it for this back test, but if it's a L, I know why it's a L. It's because we need the 2 minute close. But taking it based on the 1 minute due to just the strong momentum, honestly. But yeah, let's see if just quickly go to TP here. 10 points for 10 points. Let's see, place order. We're gonna go half risk though, since we're not waiting for that 2 minute close. Why is this not working? Alright, there we go. Actually, we're gonna risk like, yeah, let's just risk half. Because it is definitely more risky here. But yeah, there we go. And the reason I said that this was a lot more risky was because there was this 2 minute fair value gap, but I just took this based on this 1 minute. But yeah, let me just explain why I like this on the 1 minute. But I did go half risk. Like if I was live trading with like real funds, I definitely wouldn't take this. I would wait for the 2 minute candle to close, which here wouldn't give an entry. But if you want to be a little bit more risky, what I did here was on this 1 minute close above, boom, entry, grab my 10 points, risked half there, because if there was a loss on that, I would not be happy, because I would know that it was more risky and risk should be managed. But yeah, right here, pretty valid setup. We had delivery off this 5 minute fair value gap. We also had a 1 minute closure above the 1 minute, but we were inside of a higher time frame gap like the 2 minute. But the reason I still took it was this strong displacement to the upside here, closing above. When there's high momentum like this, it's very nice to just ride it real quick to this high. And now we're most likely going to reverse back down because we swept this buy side liquidity right here. Right there. But yeah, delivery off 5 minute gap. I feel like I'm kind of repeating myself a lot right now, but I just want to make sure I deliver my message, like deliver what I'm doing right now pretty well. But yeah, sell side. And the thing is, I'm not trying to teach anybody right now. It's just, it really helps me honestly too when I just verbally say exactly what I'm doing. And like what I said here, why it was more risky, why I went half risk here. But yeah, that's that. I mean, up 0.5% on the day. Would I be done? Honestly, probably not. I aim for like 1% a day. But yeah, let's see if there's anything else today. Only something A+. Yeah, let's see higher time frames here. We do have this daily fair value gap to rebalance. Ideally here, if we tap into this 1 hour gap and get a move down off of that, that would be very nice. I would definitely take that. But honestly, realistically, I'd probably be done on the day. just with that, even though I went half risk, but I don't know. It really depends on what like the account is at. Right now we have some profits to play with, so I'll probably take another trade half risk. But yeah, let's see here. Definitely gotta be something A+ though. But yeah, honestly, my draw on liquidity right now is this daily fair value gap to get filled and rebalanced. By rebalanced, what I mean is just have it like filled in completely. I like seeing those higher time frame gaps get filled like that. Yeah, so now if we can sweep these lows, that would be very nice. Nice, we swept that low. We grab liquidity right now. Yeah, so this is pretty A+ here. 10:21. This is, I'm guessing this is a 2 minute. Yeah, so it's not a 2 minute, but we got a 1 minute gap right here. This is A+ right here, I would say. My drawn liquidity right now is up here, this daily rebalance. We have this liquidity, which I'm gonna probably move to break even. Depending, let's see how many points away this is. I'll get my measuring. Yeah, 5 points, so I'm gonna move to break even here. And target is gonna be this buy side. So if this gets hit break even, then that's that. But I do love this displacement right here. But yeah, this is a valid setup, so if this fails, totally valid. I'm gonna go half risk on it to hit my 1% target on the day, because we already had a 1W. So if this stops out, then it'll just be a break even day, and that's gonna be that, and I'll move on to the next day. But yeah, usually I like 1% a day as a target. That's like pretty good. Prevents like over trading, prevents emotions. Yeah, so right here we actually have a very nice stop placement for 10 points as well. Yeah, so this, ideally this should like definitely smash through these highs. Or not definitely, I'm never gonna say that in trading, but you know what I mean, like it's pretty high probability. But yeah, let's see. Right here we got sell side liquidity raid. If it lets me edit here, raid. Right here we got 1 minute inversion. Inversion fair value gap. Are we delivering off of a higher time frame gap? Not really. I mean, we will be actually yeah. So this just makes the setup even more A+. We're delivering off of a 15-minute fair value gap. So yeah. Let me just note that down. But yeah, let's see here. I'm gonna place my order on FXREPLAY. I know that you can't move to break even like right away if the candle moves too fast, but this is my break even point. I'm gonna mark it up so that if this loses, it's there, that I would have moved my stop to break even right here at this internal buy side liquidity. But right here, I like this setup a lot because we rated sell side liquidity. We're delivering off of this 15-minute fair value gap. We have this 1 minute inverse fair value gap with strong displacement, a strong move. And yeah, we should be able to take these highs right here. Also, my draw on liquidity is to rebalance this daily gap up there. And we have some engineered liquidity here, some buy side liquidity right there. Some people like to call this like trend line liquidity. But yeah, I just like this setup a lot. But yeah, let's enter. Yeah, half risk again. But it is A+, so I'm gonna just go 1%. Actually, Yeah, let's just go 1% because everything lines up here. And let's see if we can get to, yeah, so now our break-even point is going to be right here, since this is a new internal buy side that we formed. But yeah, right now can move stop to break even, so no matter what, we're risk free here. And let's see if we push and hit for break even. Couldn't get our 10 points, but yeah, that's that. Good risk management there. Like, realistically, if I was on a live account, I would have been done on the day here, but we're just back testing, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, something A+ like this, I'll definitely take it with like higher risk, like 1%. But yeah, we had sell side liquidity raid. Actually, I just feel like I'm repeating myself a lot right now, but yeah, clean setup. Just almost hit our 10 points, but what happened here was we had liquidity here. We had this buy side liquidity that we want break even to. So this is a type of trade that you want to like take a partial right here, which I could have done honestly, but I'm just testing my 10 point for 10 point style of trading right now, system. But yeah, let's keep skipping through. But yeah, this is break even, so 1 W, 1 break even, and it's getting kind of late into the session, so we're just gonna think about just skipping to the next day right now. Let's see, was this a valid? Not really any liquidity raid, but we did inverse this 1 minute gap pretty nicely. But let's see, would this one work with 10 point stops? Yeah, so 10 point stops right now look pretty wide because of market conditions, so would be 10 points would be like this high. I just want to watch. Yeah, so that would probably be a break even, but yeah, on to the next day. So far though, I believe we had 2 wins, 2 1-to-1s, and 1 break even so far. But yeah, let's hop on the daily here. Still bullish on the daily. Previous candles closing bullish, strong bullish momentum. We inverse this daily fair value gap, meaning we closed above this daily fair value gap. So momentum right now is to the upside. But yeah, let's see the 4 hour. I'm gonna just get rid of this. I'm gonna remember that it's there. Right here we got this 4 hour. I'm predicting that we're gonna respect this 4 hour nicely, just like how we did right here. Nice rejections off there and just continuous bullish. We do have this 4 hour, which would be a 4 hour fair value gap fill right there. But yeah, it looks like I'm gonna just mark up this liquidity in case I miss it if price does reach there, which is pretty high up. Yeah, that's a bunch of points away, but let's see, is there any news? What is this? Tuesday the 7th. This looks like very out of order for some reason. One second, let me find that. Looking at the 1 hour here, looks like don't have much. I mean, we do have this one major fair value gap we got up here. We could possibly see a reaction off of that. Let's see to mark this up right there. Mark this up as 1 hour right there. But yeah, could see a reaction off of that. This is technically like an hourly order block, but I'm not going to be looking at that since it is on the 1 hour. It's just going to make my screen all messy, and yeah, I don't really use order blocks, but I just like being aware of them. Or that doesn't mean I use them, but not really. But you know what I mean. But yeah, right here we got this 15-minute. Cause like technically, if I was to mark out every single order block, like there's a million of them. Like right here, this is an order block right here. So it would just make the screen all messy. But it is something that I do like glance at just to see where it's at, and if price is reacting somewhere, I do look to see if there is like an order block or something in the way. But yeah, on the 5-minute here, don't see anything too significant. But yeah, on the hourly, previous day, is right there. Not even to mark out previous day's low because it is so low. It's like probably a couple hundred, or let's see how many points. Yeah, like 200 points away, so I'm not really expecting price to go all the way down there. But we'll mark out some liquidity pools here on the 1 hour. Looks like we just swept this liquidity right here. But yeah, market open here, not too crazy of a market open. 14 points, 15 points moved. So oh yeah, there's the market open. But yeah, let's see if we get a reaction off this 1 hour now. Close below. This is now a 4-minute, 3-minute gap. $38. Yeah, so 3-minute did not close below here, but I'm gonna probably look for something else. But this is a nice reaction, very nice reaction off of, I believe this is a 1 hour. Yeah, so 1 hour gap right here, nice reaction off of that. But yeah, not really the candle closure that I was looking for. We're also inside of a 4-minute here. We could take this short. There is some nice momentum. But yeah, I think we'll just let's see, 41, so 43 would have to be in 2 minutes. Let's see. Let's just see where we are in this leg. I mean, we could draw it up like from, yeah, we are in a bit of a premium. But let's see how this 3-minute closes. Yes, I'm not going to take that short. I'm going to wait for a better liquidity sweep. We did sweep this liquidity here, not the high though. But we are reacting nicely off of the higher time frame gap again. This 1 hour gap, we tap back into it. I think I'm gonna take this short right here. I do like this a lot, this nice momentum here. We just took out this high right here. Mark this up like that. Mark this up as like buy side liquidity. Right there. And yeah, let's do our throw our 10-point stopper, which is a nice stop loss because we do have it above the candle body highs. But yeah, this is a nice trade. Liquidity sweep. We don't have the highest point of the highest high swept, but because we have this liquidity sweep right here of this buy side, this internal buy side, and we're reacting off of this 1 hour gap right here. If I move this closer, we should be able to reach these lows down here, but all that I need is my 10 points here. But yeah, let's see. I'm gonna place this right there, and let's see. And there we go. Nice TP right there. So what I saw right here was we had this buy side liquidity raid right there of this internal. Well, I'm gonna write that out so it's specific. Internal buy side liquidity raid right there. We didn't sweep this high, which this would have been even better if we swept this high, but because we were inside of a higher time frame PD array that we previously reacted off of, which is this 1 hour fair value gap, I liked just having any type of liquidity sweep right there. And then right here, if I zoom in here, we had this 1 minute inverse fair value gap. So let me just, but yeah, so when this 1 minute candle closed below this 1 minute fair value gap, it made it an inverse fair value gap. So my entry was on this candle right here. I just have my 10-point stop loss here, which also was at the top of these candle body highs. I like using the candle bodies as a better reference point for my stop loss rather than the wicks, because these inverses are based on like momentum. But right here for this back testing session, I'm just doing 10-point stops for 10 points, which was a nice 1-to-1 right here. But like I said before, I expect the price to run through these lows. So max TP here 1.3 R, maybe could have hit, yeah, so this would have also hit 1 to 2, but all that I want for this back testing is my 1-to-1s, because I'm testing a new system where I just have like fixed stop losses of 10 points to just grab quick scalps, quick 1-to-1s, riding the momentum. As you can see, there's not a whole lot of drawdown on these inverses at all. But yeah, right here, Tuesday, I'd be done for the day after this. So we're gonna skip over to the next day here, and it is, didn't let me skip for some reason. Alright, here's Thursday now, the 9th. And let's hop on the daily time frame. Previous daily candle closed bearish, so we could possibly see downward move, but we do have this daily gap that we're still in. I'm just gonna mark it up just because we have this daily candle previously closing bearish, so could see a retracement possibly hopping down to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, we got this 4 hour gap down here, which I'm gonna just keep this marked up instead of the daily, because this is more significant having this 4 hour gap down here. But yeah, right here, I'm gonna just mark up some of this higher time frame liquidity in case we do get up to it. But yeah, hopping down to the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, we have our previous day. We're gonna mark up here. Looks like this liquidity is also previous day's high, so we're gonna mark that up because price is looking like it's kind of drawing towards it. Right here we got previous day's low, which also has a higher time frame PD array below it. But yeah, right here is this London low here. Yes, at 5 a.m. Some liquidity just got swept right now, possibly at market open, but let's hop down to the 15-minute, mark out these PD arrays, these 15-minute fair value gaps, and looks like we're also playing around inside of a fair value gap on the 15-minute up here right now. Just gonna mark that up, and 5-minute here. Not much I'm looking at on the 5-minute, but what I will do is I'm gonna mark up some of these liquidity levels just to have them marked. It's pretty much all that I'm looking at there. And now we're gonna hop down to the 5-minute, but first let me just see what is my drawn liquidity most likely right now. So right now we just swept this buy side liquidity up here. We're inside of this 15-minute gap, so ideally I want to look for lower prices here, but let's just pull our fib because market open, if we just pump up and keep going up, then we could also be drawing towards these previous day's highs right here. I don't really see any equal highs and lows. I mean, actually, yeah, not really. I was about to say these, but those aren't really equal highs and lows. But yeah, let me pull my fib. Let's see where exactly we are in this leg here. Yeah, so we're tapping into a premium as well. If we could get set up to the downside, that would be nice, but might not get one here. Let's see. Yeah, so idea was right, but no setup there. So now let's wait for a pretty major or a pretty obvious liquidity sweep. But yeah, we're just totally melting right now. Looks like we're drawing towards this London low here. So I would like a short down to there. If we can close below this 1-minute here, that would be nice. So we're tracing a little bit. Just swept this high. The reason I didn't take any longs is because we didn't really have a nice liquidity sweep. But right here, let's see the 5-minute. 15-minute, we just filled, rebalanced this 15-minute. Fair value gap right there, rebalanced on the 5-minute. Looks like we are respecting this 5 minute that we're in right now. Candle body closed below it previously. I mean, we do have this low liquidity sweep right here. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna just take this as the last trade for this backtesting session right here. We have low sell side liquidity sweep. We have a nice 1 minute right here, which was displaced with nice momentum, closed above. And let's just make sure we're not inside of a higher time frame for value gap, which we're not. So right here, I'm expecting we're gonna get at least to these highs, hopefully, if we have direction right. But I'm gonna just risk my 10 points here, which will be right here. Nice stop below the 1 minute gap as well. So I do like this setup, and all I need is 10 points. So yeah, let me enter this here, place order, risk 1%, and yeah, let's see, sell side raid. I'm gonna just mark out what my entry confirmations here. First, sell side raid, 1 minute inversion, and see how many minutes till the next 5 minutes. We're not really like rejecting off of a higher time frame PD array, but yeah, let's see if this plays out here. Push into profits, but we reversed a little bit and stopped out of that. But yeah, pretty much that's the session for today. One loss. Let's go over the trades here. I should have taken partials on that one break even we had too, but I didn't. Alright, so one win, one win. This I took half risk, but one win, break even, one win, one loss. Let's just see. I think the reason this lost was because we're kind of high in the premium looking back. Yeah, like we're pretty high up in this leg here. But actually, let's just see if we have another trade on the day. And then we will wrap up this backtesting session. Because right now it's 10 o'clock. Let's see. See if we can get a clear liquidity sweep, which we got right here. And now I would like a short or not. Swept that liquidity, looks pretty clean. We're inside of a 15 minute. Displacement below, close below this 1 minute. One minute right here. This is also a 2 minute gap though. If we can get a 2 minute close below, let's see here, 42. So we gotta skip one more minute, and This 2 minute can close below. Could take that short to the downside, but let's see if we can get the close. Yeah, no, we didn't get the close. Here we did have a possible move, but it just looks good in hindsight. But liquidity swept right there. This liquidity sweep, 1 minute inversion, but I just didn't like how we closed so close to these highs here. Let's see how many points here. 10 points, 10 points right there. See if we can get something that looks like pretty clear. Alright, but it's 11 a.m. now, so actually let's just skip over to the next day and finish off the week on the Friday. But yeah, hopping on the daily. Previous candle closing bullish. Four-hour. We have nothing really on the 4-hour, just this all the way down there. We have this 4-hour gap here that's shown rejection in the past. Price tapped into it and then rejected. Let's hop down to the 1-hour here. We have some liquidity right there. But yeah, let's mark out previous day. And we're gonna see if we could find something A+ to wrap up this week and this backtesting session. Let's just check if there's any news here. This is the 10th. Let's see. The 10th of May. I'm not sure here, but we got previous days of low down here. Liquidity right there. Sell side liquidity. Buy side liquidity right there on the 1-hour. Sell side right there. Just marking out some clear levels right there on the 1-hour. Let's see, is there any gaps here in price? We do have like this 1-hour gap right here, which we'll just keep in mind. Yeah, on the 15, we got this 15-minute gap we've been respecting here. 5-minute. We're inside of a 5-minute right now. But yeah, let's see what price wants to do and what market open does here. Let's see. Waiting for a nice liquidity sweep, which we got right there. Looks like we're tapping into this higher time frame PD array right now. Let's see if we could sweep these highs or not. Let's see what time frame this gap is. Looks like it's a 1-minute gap here. Let's see. Being respected here. no entry there for sell. We're just absolutely melting here. 10:30 a.m. Honestly, I'm thinking about taking this buy right here just for a quick scalp, 10 points. We're in deep discount here. We swept these relative lows right here. Let's see if we can grab a quick buy right here. If not, we'll just call it a session, and that's that. But yeah, target just 10 points, risk 10 points as well. But yeah, let's see what price wants to do here. Let's see, is there... Looks like we tapped into this 1 hour gap as well. So we're delivering off of a 1 hour. Higher time frame P array. We're also in delivering off this 15-minute possibly. So yeah, let's see if we can grab this 1-to-1 here. We're gonna place order. 1% risk, and let's see. I'm gonna go break even here aggressively at these highs right there. Let me just clean up my chart a little bit. It's a little bit messy right now, but this is gonna be my break even point. Buy side liquidity. Stop loss to break even. And let's see here. Boom, straight to stop loss. But yeah, that's the data. Plus 0.5%. Started off pretty good, but then we lost it all. But yeah, that's that. Let's review some of this. Let's hop into this data. Let's see. Analytics. So yeah, 0.5% profit. Definitely gotta do a lot more data on this. But yeah. That's that. We definitely got backtest this more, but so far I do like it. We only backtested like a few days. Like we did like 1 week, I think. But yeah, this is something I definitely got to explore more. I do like the 10 points for 10 points type of style of system. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you guys want more videos like this, if you made it all the way till the end of this video, comment the word GOAT. I want to see how many of you guys made it. This is episode 14 of backtesting, 1 hour per day until I'm profitable. We already uploaded one today, but we're still out here grinding. I think I'm going to do another one as well later. So yeah, we're trying to get to 500 subscribers, guys. So if you guys can hit that subscribe button right now, that would help me out a lot. And if you guys aren't in my Discord yet, make sure to hop in here. And if you guys want to talk trading, anything like that, network, we got a whole networking chat in here. But yeah, make sure to hop in here. All my links are in the description. If you guys want to grab some Apex funded account combines, my link is in there if you want to support me. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, peace.